right
that's
away.
fine. Let's see. So I don't use VWAP. I don't use VWAP only because the only time that I use it is, for example, let's say if I'm in AMC, which I already am. At this point, I already have my levels marked, and whenever I do want to have the VWAP, I'll just throw it on, and I'll just manage my position like this. If I were to get into AMC today, and I wanted to see how it's going, like to see if I should get out, take profit, then I would just throw on my EMAs. And see, based on my EMAs, I want them to be looking like this. You know, you above the 9 and then you want the gap. But AMC is not your regular ticker. The only reason why I picked up AMC, I mean, I picked up AMC a couple of days ago down here. And the reason why I picked some up today was, you know, I like to use a MACD. I like this purple line right here. And sometimes that could be used as a resistance or support. I picked up AMC down here because even though my MACD was crossed to the downside, I could have seen that we weren't going to pull back anywhere down here, only because I did see my MACD bars weren't that low. And your 200 WMA has been working as a support. Notice how our 200 is, you know, sweeping up right underneath it. So this thing can actually go. Another thing that I like about the MACD, like I kind of was going through it earlier. I love the 4 hour. So let me go on the 4 hour. So your MACD crossed to the upside while this thing was still kind of coming down. And to me, that would automatically be a buy, not just because of the MACD. Obviously, you have your level. You can see that the pattern that we're in with AMC, but just knowing that, of course, once it's approaching this purple line, I'm going to be careful to see if it's going to hold or if we're actually going to break through it. And we're over it. But then this is the reason why I like to throw on my EMAs for that extra help. And obviously look at the body where this candle's at. And we're rejecting that 200 WMA. So, you know, some people get confused on what they should do because you see on the hourly, it's already underneath, but on the 4 hour, it's rejecting. So at this point, I'm going to hold my positions because this would probably come down. It's a little bit extended from the 9 to me, but it's not going to tank. I don't see AMC tanking anytime soon. You know, so like, see how we're under very low bars. Another good example I went over earlier was Snap. You can see that Snap has been falling, but your MACD crossed while this thing was falling. And it's been slowly working its way up. I'm not 100% bullish on Snap just yet, but I am going to be monitoring a specific contract that I want to grab. Because if I start noticing that the premiums, excuse me, on that contract start to go a little bit, they start moving up, then that's going to tell me something. But just by this MACD cross to the upside and it just continued it's slowly going up, that's just, to me, it's just telling me something. You can always use your MACD as like a support and resistance too. You can see, well, hey, this was your resistance. This is where we're at too. But it's very basic. I mean, there's really no tricks to it. Someone had DM'd me about Fubo, and you know, this was just textbook. Oh shit! I'm glad I bought Fubo again. The only reason why you see this pattern, you see that we were when I called this out, it was this day. But I already had noticed that my MACD had already crossed to the upside before the run up, and we were at that purple line. see what the daily was showing. Like, see the daily. Like, this is what I mean, as in you wanted to approach that purple line, and like same thing like this. Like, you can see that Fubo was coming down while your MACD crossed to the upside. So at that point, when you see something like that, it should click like, okay, this means something. It's just not like, okay, it's just crossing. Okay, I'm gonna buy here. No, you're obviously gonna start noticing that your daily on MACD crossed, and you can see that it's just slowly making its way up while this was coming down. And then at that point, you would pay attention to whatever contract you're looking at. And you could probably gotten in here if you saw that contract starting to spike and you just got in. And you would be careful when you approach this purple line here. And
I believe that's called bullish divergence.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you have to have the RSI and the MACD together
not exactly.
No? Yeah, no. See, I learned something new. I just go based on just my MACD. And if I want an extra confirmation just to see what's happening, again, like, I'll just throw on my EMAs, and my EMAs will be, extra. Like, look at this gap between your EMAs. Your 200 is right underneath. I forgot the name you guys called that. The golden cross or something. Like, it just looks beautiful. And like, we actually came down to the 9. You see this gap? So yeah, you don't chase. You want to be patient for it to come down, and it's a solid bounce. The only reason why I did hold my position, everybody has different levels. Everybody has different levels. Someone would have had a level marked right here. But to me, as long as we didn't come anywhere near this level, because we got in here, we held above my target that I had. We held above it, and I was confident in holding it. Why haven't I sold? Well, because remember that my initial plan was to swing Fubo. So I'm not gonna get shaken out on pullbacks like it had today. Like, today was the dip buy, and some of you guys would have marked levels from the previous days, but the way I like to do it is I just stick to my 4-hour levels. There was no reason to cut. Like, you could have paid attention to your MACD. It's kind of been flat. We came underneath it. Your MACD crossed, and obviously we didn't know. I mean, we didn't close anywhere under this 3150 for me. So you just hold. This thing is gonna go tomorrow. Looking at my hourly, like, none of my EMAs crossed to the downside. Yeah, my MACD crossed to the downside here, but I mean, I didn't mark it. But it's already curling, and we're way above this purple. So like, there's no reason to worry about taking profit. Again, that's just me, because I like to hold things. And this is what you want. This should help you hold the position that you're in and not get faked out. Just zoom out. Who's calling me? Damn, this was calling me. For VWAP, I don't use VWAP, but I do like what I learned recently from I forgot who it was. I suck at scalping because I'm a bag holder. I like to hold. But if you want to scalp, I actually noticed that you can use all 3 bands on your VWAP. When it comes to the bottom, you can buy calls and scalp it to the top, and then vice versa. But hey, I'm not a scalper. That's just how I trade. That's how I chart. So yeah, it's very simple. Like, very simple charting. Like, there's no RSI. There's no volume average. It's just whatever I feel, whatever I think, then it's what I go based off. So I don't know if you guys have any other questions or go over a specific stock.
Go over Tesla real quick.
Let's see what they say here. Oh, thanks, Trent.
Because she's looking
Uh,
real nice.
Well, the
right
200 WMA is used by institutions. It's a little bit slower, but I've just been recently using it for like a month, and it's pretty good. Oh man, bro, Tesla is flagging on the hourly. Look at this. Hardly any red on this MACD, bro.
now. Hourly and the 4 hour. 4 hour looks good too. It's breaking out right
Yeah,
now.
I wouldn't even worry about this gap. Like she ain't coming down there anytime. I don't even think Tesla's gonna come under 1,000 anytime soon.
She also has a gap to the upside. See that? And she didn't quite fill it.
I mean, it's hardly anything, but yeah, I do see that. Baby gap. I don't like to touch any wicks, but I would definitely buy some Teslas. You see what I mean? As how your MACD can also show you like where support is at. You know, this was resistance, support, and it's kind of curling, so that could be a good indicator. I'm in Tesla. You can even draw this trend line right here. She looks really solid. Let's see with your EMAs. See, like diamond handing, if you're in Tesla, like there's no reason why you should cut and get faked out because none of your EMAs cross to the downside. Not once. Not once. That's on the hourly. Let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour. Oh, God, bro, look.
I'm kicking myself so badly right now, Bernie. I totally hesitated and tried to get 100 contracts of Fubo 40 call at 4 cents. Didn't pull the trigger. They're at 15 now. Totally.
With Fubo, yeah. And then the thing is that people tell me like, how do you know when to buy? It's like, let me go to Fubo, and it's like yesterday when we got in, there wasn't really a pullback, but I just told everybody the first pull. Oh shit, Fubo right now.
Yeah, dude, I've been in these contracts since yesterday, and I was waiting to like average down and like literally pussied out and like didn't buy the 100 contracts. It would have been up like $1,500.
Oh damn, Fubo, bro. I forgot that I bought some. I bought more. Where are you? Sorry, let me get back to it. Oh yeah, baby. Oh my God, bro. So the same ones that I had yesterday that I was up 440%. Do you guys remember the screenshots? Those are the same ones I'm holding, and they're at 550% right now.
Hey, Bernie, I'd actually love for you to take a look at TAN on the daily because there's a gap fill, but we're in super bullish solar momentum. Plus, we have earnings for multiple solar companies like today and tomorrow. Like, there's a $91 to $94 gap fill. This thing just had a major rally.
At this point, bro, just buy the dip. Whatever dip that she comes down to, you want to buy it. You see how she was extended away from your 9 right here? So she's coming down. Your daily MACD is still crossing the upside over this. Your EMAs are nice and spread out. So whatever gap that you see, don't let it slip out of your hands.
Like, yeah, you see it right there? $91 to $94. Pretty obvious.
Yeah. No, this is solid, bro. And I'm not even worried about your MACD crossing down here. The only time I would be worried if your 9 and 21 do cross to the downside, always use your 200 WMA as a support because it always works. Yeah, no, this is looking nice, bro. It really is.
I'm just gonna wait though until tomorrow to buy more because I have a feeling TAN's going down to do that gap fill and then blast up to 110 or 125.
Look at this. And again, I just love the MACD. MACD crossed the upside while this thing was still kind of coming down, right? You didn't come down here like the way you did here. At this point, we're at that purple line, right? If this thing continues, bro, you can actually scalp this to the 200 WMA.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should hedge because I'm already in calls, but like.
I mean, you
Going
see
down.
this, see, I don't like these EMAs here, but this is the hourly. So you're right. Maybe waiting for it would be a lot better. But no, bro, like overall big picture on tan is looking really nice, especially with your weekly MACD cross, bro.
Yeah, man, my buddies got into the leaps like when it was in this, when it pulled back to 75s and got like the 110 and 125 leaps, and like, you know, that'll be a good profit for them. I wasn't able to afford them at the time.
Yeah, no, this looks really interesting. I do like that, but I don't like to keep my EMAs because I feel like they fake me out too much. You know, like I start panicking when I see them cross to the downside or something, and this is horrible. This chart looks horrible.
Dude, I can't believe this movement with Zillow, and now we have earnings. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, you're telling me, bro, I completely I forgot to sell my shares. And my shares actually went to negative. Oh man, yeah. Airbnb looks interesting. I like Airbnb. You see how this weekly MACD cross and it's over this purple line? You just have to buy time for this thing. And I really hope that earnings kind of send it to the top. Let's see, MACD is kind of flat. We're still over this purple. So when is earnings for this? Today? No. A couple of days.
Hey, Bernie.
Yes, sir.
So
Oh,
then
yeah,
how do you know, how much time you want? Just depends on where you think it'll be.
So depending on this, like if I want to play Airbnb, I actually have it written down right here. I was looking at weeklies, 180s, because I want to gamble some earnings, and some November 19th, the 190s, and then I would obviously pick up like the January 2022 200 strikes. And the only reason why I would grab different expiration date is because obviously your weeklies are gonna get that high percentage. Like for example, Fubo. Like if we look at Fubo on my position, let me see my phone. You know, I'm up like 500% on weeklies, but on my November 19th, like I'm only up 45%.
Right.
You know, so whenever you see something and you want to catch that nice momentum, then buy a weekly and buy time so that you can gain that big percentage and you know, swing the other one. See the Airbnb right here is a perfect example of how you can use your EMAs. You know, and you can easily route it to that 200. So this is the same thing that how was it? What we're looking at, tan. You know, you can just scalp it to that. So I guess I would.
What Tesla calls are you swinging? Do you have anything for this week?
Yeah, bro. Let me see. I should. And if I don't, I'm buying some. I don't have this week's. I am swinging.
I got 1,400 calls for 90 cents at the bottom today, and they're up to $232 a contract for Friday.
Oh, you got weeklies? No, the only ones I'm holding is next week's 1,200. Those are up 13%. I'm holding November 19, 1,200s. Those are up 1,400%. November 26, 1,600s. I'm up 20%. December 17, 800s. Those are up 600%. I got
Really don't know,
2,000s.
Yeah, I don't know if I should swing this or not.
I mean, at that point, bro, you want to be, you want to sell them at a pop for sure. At this point, bro, TTD, bro, man, like I wouldn't even play the run up to earnings. TTD is a perfect example of a break and retest, and then the body of this candle is at the 200 WMA. So, I mean, could look good. Your MACD is still not across to the downside. We are under this purple line. So you see, like we bouncing off that 200 WMA. We're still above the purple line here. Break and retest. It's just, man, bro. I just wouldn't swing it over earnings for sure. And if you are confident that you want to play an earnings play, like you want to catch the run up or the dump, whatever you think is going to happen, if you got the account size, buy like a January one. Your return isn't going to be insane because you have to remember, like you're trying to hit like the lottery ticket, getting a 0 DTE for earning. Like sometimes it goes your way and sometimes you get screwed. Like don't do that to yourself. Like for example, Amazon. You know, I played Amazon puts for earnings. Did I buy a weekly? I didn't. I bought in January, paid like $8 grand for one, but I just wanted to catch it because I knew it was going to go my way. Same thing with if you want to play TTD for earnings. Like if you want to swing it, then, you know, just buy time. And if you're willing to, whatever you're going to gamble goes to zero, then gamble it. But just at this point, I really wish you wouldn't. Just play the run up. If you want to play earnings, bro, like small cap. Yeah, I'm basic. I'm not a genie. I don't know how I find these plays. And
Take a look at Riot.
I fucking hate Riot. Oh, damn.
And Mara.
Oh, Mara's not. I think Mara would be at $200 stock, bro. Yeah. This is beautiful. Like at this point, bro, you definitely want to buy some leaps on Mara.
This is Riot. Mars
Right.
at all-time high. So Riot's still down here. So I think
Yeah.
it's a good, you know, cost average for it.
Oh yeah, Mara's gonna keep going. Yeah, I mean, MACD for me is, it's again, my weekly and my daily, I don't mark any levels on those time frames. Why? I just don't. All my levels are marked on the 4 hour, and you know, I just use my MACD just to kind of help me, you know, see what's going on. Like, see, I'll just go on the daily right here. I'll look at it, go on the weekly. Okay, it still looks good, and then I'll just go to my 4 hour and just mark levels on the 4 hour.
Hey,
You guys
Bernie,
remember when I first called out Mara? First called out Mara right here weeks ago. I should have just bought more time.
should I take profit on my weekly FUBU 40s and just reposition closer to the money?
Weeklies on the Fubo. No, bro. I mean, swing them. Oh, you got 40s.
That's what I'm saying. The fade is like 9 cents.
It's so quiet. Can someone hum in the background? Like if we got, you know,
Mm.
music in the back.
I got you.
There you go. I mean, damn, yeah, you should probably take profit on those 40s, bro. You're a little out
Some
the
music.
money. At this point, bro, like 35, 15 is like my main price target where I'd be considering to trim.
I'm in a Mara weekly for it's a $61 call. Would you swing that? I'm up 62% right now.
At this point, bro, yeah, swing it, because when something is approaching all-time high or breaking all-time high, 95% of the time, they're gonna keep going For sure.
Cool.
And the only reason why I know that is because if you remember Pan W, I wanted to short this shit the minute I seen the gap.
Mm.
And what happened? We just end up getting clucked, bro.
Mm.
Back to back to back. And it just kept making new highs and new highs. So yeah, bro.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you have Hut shares, hold on to Hut. This thing is gonna go to like 40, 50. And I only say that because when I first started trading, I used to have Riot and Mara shares at like $1.87.
Damn.
And then somebody told me, don't get into options. And I sold them at like $5 and
Oh,
got into options.
well, I mean, it works for you.
Yeah, Riot was like under $10 when me and Jose made that bet on Bitcoin 100K.
Dude, Jose is going to lose that because Bitcoin is going to go to 100K.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I think Riot's a good candidate for a breakout soon. Looking at that
so
weekly, daily.
I'm holding over. Well, Riot, yeah, Riot needs a long way to go. But this is beautiful. Like, I know your MACD. Look at these, how dark these bars are.
It's held this support pretty good.
At this point, let me see. See where you're eat. See, like if I want to chase something, I'll throw on my EMAs to kind of calm me down to see we're way extended. Like this shit's gonna come down, and I'm not gonna chase. It always comes down. But I'm telling you, I'd be careful. I'd be careful over here because that could be a rejection. 200 WMA is that. So yeah, it's super basic. I don't feel like I'm the greatest teacher, but
No, it's helpful. It's helpful.
Yeah, people ask me, how do I find my plays? I don't know. I just look at Twilio. Twilio looks very interesting. MACD cross while it's coming down. We're above the purple now. This thing can actually have a nice move up. I mean, your MACD is cross. You can probably come to the 21. This thing still looks like shit on the bigger time frame. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do, bro. And I just think about stocks that no one really thinks of. Like, I think I should have bought the dip on Playboy today. Yeah, this was the dip right here, and look at where we're at now. I mean, we can still catch this. Anybody want a yellow, like $1,000 into Playboy? No, nobody. Okay. You see, perfect example. It has your MACD. This purple line was just your support. And stayed above it. Oh, wow. Damn, bro. What else was I looking at? Uncle. You guys need to help me out here. Probably buy a charge point dip.
Good lesson.
What's busting? AMC looks really good.
And I have a weekly 39 call on AMC.
Yeah, I got
1%.
Oh man, look at this rejection right here on shop. you got that little song. Should I stop sharing unless anybody wants to?
Yeah, that was good.
Thanks, Bernie.
Thanks for that lesson.